Hello and welcome to Overdrive. This is the Suzuki Katana. Suzuki showed it to us at the Auto Expo, the 2020 Auto Expo. That's the first time we saw the new Katana. But between that bike and this bike, there are a few differences. Let me show you what they are. Let me give you a walk around of the motorcycle and let me tell you what do I think about it before I actually ride it. Let's take a closer look. So between the bike that we saw at the 2020 Auto Expo and this, what's really changed is a bit of the engine, a bit of the exhaust, a bit of the electronics. So what we saw at the Auto Expo was the bike that was for the pre-Euro 5 era. So essentially this is now compliant with the new emissions. That is why they've had to rework the exhaust a bit. They've also added ride-by-wire. There are riding modes. There are new generation electronics. So essentially this is a motorcycle that has the retro theme, that has the beautiful engine from the 2005, the K5 Gixxer 1000, and it also has the new generation of electronics. So that's the easy way to sum it up. But let me give you the details. Let me show you the design up close. I think the Katana was one of the most beautiful looking naked bikes in the 80s. Very different, very radical. Completely gave away the simple design themes, the simple lines that we saw on other motorcycles of that era. Went very aggressive on the design. Katana, it's a type of a sword, and that is why the sharp styling. You also see that kanji right here. So the motorcycle you see here now is essentially an ode to the 80s motorcycle in terms of the styling, and the underpinnings come from the GSX S1000, the motorcycle that was sold to us a few years ago. So those underpinnings continue in a new generation avatar, of course, but this is still that lovely K5 Gixxer motor. Puts out about 152 PS of power, and if I'm not wrong, about 106 Newton meters of torque. And that is the exhaust. How does it sound? Pretty loud. Let me give you a listen. That then is the sound of the Katana. I think it sounds lovely. So I already gave you the engine specs, but I just can't get over the design. It's simply beautiful. It's stunning. I think that matte blue paint job with the gold wheels, or bronze wheels, not gold wheels, bronze wheels, I think it looks quite nice. I also like how they've done the wheel hugger. So this is where the registration plate also goes. The turn blinkers are mounted right on top of that. So in case you decide to take it to the track or something, you can simply just remove this and you're good to go. The tail light, nice, beautiful, stubby design. And I think it looks quite good. You have to give it to Suzuki. They Indianized the bike quite well. So the sari guard is usually not a big eyesore. Of course, many people will take it off. I don't envision anyone sitting in a sari on top of this motorcycle, but it has been nicely designed. The foot pegs, nice and short. Of course, you can't wear a sari and sit there and then put your feet on those foot pegs. Anyway, so this is the foot peg geometry there. It's quite a relaxed posture, but I'll show you that in my review later. And moving to the front, what I think is these daytime running lights that you see here, I think they should have also been incorporated with the turn blinker assembly. The turn blinkers are on the side there, you can see those, but I think if these doubled up as the turn blinkers, that would have been a better idea. Tell me what you think in the comments below. Full LED lighting. I think that design, this is the pretty angle for the motorcycle, the front 3/4. This I think is the pretty angle for the motorcycle. Now you get fully adjustable front suspension, and in terms of the braking hardware, you see the Brembo calipers in the front and Nissan calipers at the back. There is ABS, of course. Like I said, it also gets all the new generation of electronics. So let's quickly look at the console. Now, before I get into that, let me again turn it off, show you the key. So the key is very much like the Hayabusa, the Katana kanji that you see on the key there. This is where the key goes. You also see the Katana right here and the Katana logo on the screen on boot up. So this right now is in day mode, which is why you get this nice dark theme. It's also got orange lettering, stands out quite nicely without really being too intrusive in your field of vision. But again, I'm not reviewing the motorcycle right now, so I'll hold back all these thoughts for the review. Now you get different modes. You can see it right here. The SDMS is right here. You also get different traction control modes. So let me just cycle through them. So pressing the mode switch once allows me to cycle between 5 levels of traction control. Keeping the mode switch pressed allows me to cycle between the different riding modes. So there are 3 riding modes, A, B and C. C being the least powerful, dulls down throttle response of course. How much? We'll find out in our review. And A being the full-blown mode. You also get a nice rev counter on the side, and that is the rev limit warning light. Telltale lights are on the side, quite big, easy to read, and this display will essentially give you the trip data. Okay, let's first select the riding mode, and now let's, yeah, so you have trip A, trip B, you have the odometer. It also tells you the battery voltage. So nothing too fancy, but it gives you all the vitals that you need to know of. Right, so that is the console. This is the motorcycle. It covers all the basics that you need to know about the motorcycle. More about this motorcycle in my review of course, but let that not stop you from asking me whatever questions you have about the motorcycle. Put them down in the comments below and I'll try to answer them in my review. Let me know what you think about this design, this engine, if you've owned or ridden a K5 Gixxer or the Gixxer 1000 or the GSX S 1000. If you've owned either of these motorcycles, let me know what you think about the engine and let me know what you think about this modern retro. Have Suzuki done a good job of bringing back the Katana? Have Suzuki India done a good job of bringing the Katana to India? Let me know all these thoughts in the comment section below. I'm more than intrigued to find out. Thank you so much for watching this video. Until the next one, take care and ride safe.